Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a sunny day, yoga with me. I'm enjoying my coffee. Just going to sit in the sunshine and do some gentle warm-ups. Sitting up nice and tall in Sukhasana, bringing your chin to your chest and then looking up to the sky, chin to chest, and then raising the gaze. Just work into the cervical spine, twisting the neck from left to right, taking your gaze over your left shoulder and then your right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder. Just moving that head around, bringing up your right arm. You can grab a hold of your elbow and draw it towards the left hand side and take a gentle arch in the spine, working into the obliques. And then taking it the other way, remembering to breathe easily. Let's just take this nice and slow. Left hand to the floor, reach the right hand over, creating a nice arch. Finding your breath, taking it the other way. Stretch. Coming back to center, we'll take our seated twisters. We'll take our twists. And the other way. Gazing over your shoulder, and then we're going to come up onto our hands and knees, coming to our cat-cows, so we're arching the spine, taking the gaze up, and then chin to chest, arch your spine all the way up to the sky, belly to the floor, lift the gaze, chin to chest, arching, belly down, gaze up, arching up. Remembering to coincide your breath, so inhaling as you drop the belly and lift the gaze. Chin to chest, take your exhale. And then we'll take our figure eights. So you're bringing your glutes to your left heel, and then to the right, and then over your left wrist, and then over your right. Making a lovely figure eight or an infinity sign, and just moving with grace. Just kind of feeling into the body here if there's any sticky bits or stiff parts of you that need to linger a little longer. It's your practice, just move with the body, and then we'll come down to extended baby pose, forehead to the ground. Take some nice deep breaths. And then coming back up to your tabletop and turn it into your heart melting pose. So chest towards the floor, chin to the floor, or forehead to the mat if it's too strong with the chin on the floor. Reaching those fingers to the front of the mat. You can tuck the toes if you feel more comfortable. Take our first down dog, so lift the hips towards the sky. I can't actually put my foot down because I've busted my Achilles, but if your heels can reach the floor, that's great. Otherwise, take a nice bend in the knees. Keep that spine nice and long from tailbone to the tip of the neck. Breathing, nice deep breaths. And coming now to our side plank. Taking your left hand up towards the sky. And then take a nice arch, so create a rainbow shape with the body. So lifting the hips upwards as you take your extended arm out over your head. Lifting up your top leg. I was going to reach for it, but yeah, my Achilles, nope. So you can take it behind you, and again find that rainbow shape in your wild thing. Stretching all through the ribs, all through the front of the body. And then we'll come to the side plank on the opposite side. Again, lift those hips up high, grounding through your lower arm, and then reaching that extended arm to create this rainbow arch shape and turning it into wild thing. Coming back to your plank. Press the heels to the back and then hug those elbows close to the rib for your chaturanga, and coming up to your up dog. Take 5 deep breaths. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Let's turn this into our down dog. Bring the ears in between the shoulders. You can bend the knees generously and keep that spine nice and straight and long. Find the breath. You can bend the legs as I'm doing. Just bring some movement to your downward facing dog. Bending and extending those legs. And then taking up your left leg behind you, we'll take our 3-leg dog. Stretching all the way through from the tips of the toes all the way down to our hands. 5 deep breaths. Bend your extended leg, bring chin to chest, and then come into your pigeon. And we'll take 5 breaths here. Try and sit up nice and tall, pressing into the hands, lifting the chest forwards. And then leaning over that front leg, you can come to your forearms, or if your head comes to the floor naturally, then you can rest your head on the mat. Coming back up. Let's just take that the other way. So back to your down dog. Finding the breath. This time we're going to lift the opposite leg. Turn that into your 3-leg dog. Nice steady breath. Bring your extended leg down. Turn it into your pigeon prep. Sitting up nice and tall, pressing through the hands, lifting the chest forwards, neutral gaze. And then folding over your front leg, bringing your forehead to the mat. Coming back up. I'm going to walk up and come up to standing. Find your mountain pose. Take the hands up ahead on an inhale. Interlace the fingers, and if you want to, press the hips towards the front and take a gentle back bend. Folding forward through your Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift, and then step back to your plank. Come down through your Chaturanga. Press the toes, lift the hips, take your up dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, turn it into your downward facing dog. Look to the hands, spring hop up. Find your way all the way back up to mountain. Again, interlace the fingers up ahead. Inhale as you take that gentle back bend, lifting the chest towards the sky. Through heart center, down to your Uttanasana. Halfway lift, and then step back to your plank. Take your up dog. And then press the glutes back towards the heels. Bring the forehead to the mat. Take your extended baby. Coming up to your dolphin. So on your forearms, lift the hips towards the sky. We're going to take some dolphin presses. So bring your nose down towards your thumbs and then pressing back up. Working the triceps. Do 5 of these. And bring the knees down and coming up in prep for your camel pose. Bring the thumbs to the back of the hips. We're going to press the hips forward, reach the chest towards the sky, and then if it's accessible, you can reach your hands and catch a hold of the heels, dropping the head. Find 5 breaths. Bring hands to heart center, coming back up out of your camel pose. Reach the hands up ahead, interlace the fingers, and we're going to take some side bends. So reaching to the left hand side, over to the right, just bringing some space through the side body. And then we'll come up to our standing poses. So we're going to stand on the left leg and we're going to take our Garudasana legs. My Achilles heel is not happy with this pose, so I will probably wobble. Interlace the hands, take your Garudasana arms and then folding forwards over your knees and try and hold for 5 breaths. Taking it on the opposite leg. Folding forward over your knees. Coming out of your eagle pose, we're going to lift up the right leg. You can either hold it behind the thigh or you can hook a hold of your big toe if that's accessible to you, reaching out in front. Bring out your left arm to the side to help with balance. And then taking it out, externally rotating out the hip to the side. Bringing it in and try the same way on the leg. You'll see I fail this miserably. My poor Achilles tendon. Try not to copy me, just do the opposite. Coming back to standing, reach those hands up ahead. We're going to take warrior 2. So check your alignment. You want your knee above your ankle, back foot 45 degrees, arms coming directly out at shoulder height. Drishti your gaze over your front fingers. Flip the front palm and reverse your warrior. What I like to call the butler, the lateral side stretch. Bringing your right arm to your right thigh and then reaching your left arm up and then forcing it over your head. Getting a nice straight line from the tip of your fingers all the way down to your toes. Warrior 2 on the other side. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Bringing your left arm to your left thigh, carrying your tray of delicious goodies. Turn this into your lateral side stretch, reaching the tip of your fingers all the way down to the bottom of your toes. Try and make a nice arch, bringing space between the ribs. Coming back through warrior 2, we're going to take a forward fold. You can deepen the fold by widening the legs, or if it's too strong, bring them in. Coming up and then walking your hands to the right hand side, catching a hold of your ankles if it's accessible, and taking a nice side stretch. Taking it the other way. Back to center, nice flat back, get a stretch, and then rise back up to standing. We're going to come back down, sit, extend out both legs in front of you, raise the hands up above, drishti to the thumbs, and then fold over your legs. If you can catch a hold of the feet, great, otherwise just let your hands land where they naturally land. Allow the breath to soften. Bring with it your right leg. And if this bind is accessible to you, you're going to bring a tricep to the front of your shin, and then you're going to take your gaze over your left shoulder. Otherwise, just take a modified side twist here. Whole thing on the other side, tricep to your shin. If that bind's accessible, taking a gaze over your right shoulder. And then we're going to roll down onto our mats. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. We're going to lift the hips and take our bridge pose. Press the palms into the mat underneath you. Another option is you can interlace your hands underneath you and press your hands down towards your heels. Lifting those hips, pressing through the feet. Bring the hips down. Hook the right leg over the left, and then interlace your hands behind the left thigh, drawing that thigh towards the chest, opening up the right hip, and you can wiggle those ankles. If it's not deep enough for you, you can take the hold in front of the left knee, or just slightly deepen this stretch, and take it on the opposite side. Again, wiggle into the ankles. Option to take the front of the knee. Release that off, let both knees drop to the left hand side, open your arms up like airplane wings, take your gaze over your right shoulder. Get this passive supine twist, finding the breath, and then taking it the other way. And then release off those legs, find yourself in Shavasana, and I'll just leave you here.